If we are not awake to our good and we are in this, negative vibration, energy, frequency, vibration, you're not going to be able to see the opportunities. Now, I'm not scolding anybody. I'm not saying anything, including myself. You can get hit by life, but it's important to get back up on that horse. So, hello, and thank you for joining me. I am Maggie, and we are just building a beautiful community. We are currently working. We are the community. I mean, the community is already established. We just find different places we like to plug in. So I want to thank you for plugging in here. We are currently going through the complete works of Florence Scovel Shinn, having a great old time. We just started Your Word is Your Wand, which is like super awesome and dynamic. And so we are also starting out each video holding Maui, Oahu, the Hawaiian Islands, but particularly Maui, in our hearts and minds aligned for the best possible outcomes. We know so much continues to be revealed each day. We know the Hawaiians and the local people are just bonding together. We have so many Hawaiians on the ground, locals on the ground, doing some really fantastic work. And we are still in the process of lots of different bells and whistles needing to be rung in order to get things where it belongs. So more to come. I just would really like us to hold Maui in our prayers as we start each video, and particularly news will be coming out soon about how many are lost or missing or passed, and especially around the area of children. So many children are missing. So I know lots of you are getting your news from different places. Whatever it is, we are here for such a time as this. And so no matter what our differences and viewpoints may be about any issue, the bottom line is we are love, we are light, and we are the best things. And so we're going to use this opportunity as a chance to sharpen our skills and to raise the vibration on the planet, because literally Maui, as well as many other events on the earth, are causing one of the greatest awakenings and consciousness raising moments ever in the history of mankind. So we're just going to start off with holding Maui, Oahu, with its Navy poisoning the water at Red Hill, and fires they're still going on Maui, some hot spots in Oahu and the Big Island. So let's just hold the whole Hawaiian Islands with Maui central in our heart. It is the heart of the earth. It literally comes across the Egyptian pyramids, but we know those pyramids are all over the earth. And so let's just hold Maui in our hearts and the whole Hawaiian Islands. And I want to just speak this word into Maui. Isaiah 61:3, to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of the spirit of despair. So we speak crowns of beauty, we speak the oil of joy, just joy to soothe the heart and soul as we go through this deep mourning and different stages of grief and rebuilding, etc. And the garment of praise. So here we go. We're going to, I know you're all doing your own time imaginings, meditations in the stillness, prayers. But it's really, when we come together like this, I can really feel alignment and just power swooping in. So here we go. Grounding, and just open that crown. I know you all got this. Here we go. we're going to just release this to God. God was holding it the whole time, infinite spirit. All right, so we are, when we do this time together, you can feel it. I can just feel us all hand in hand, the many and the one at once. You can just feel the healing enter, and we just need to continue to hold the space for all good things. I appreciate everybody's donations. You know, continue to donate and help make sure that it's going to real places that are helping the real people of Maui. And okay, so we are currently, your word is your wand. Okay, here we go again. Your word is your wand. Ding! So we're going to be speaking, we speak into Maui, you know, the crown of beauty, the oil of joy and praise, and every other blessing. Just continue to hold Maui close. So, success. There are certain words or pictures which might impress the subconscious mind. For example, story. A man called me asking me to speak the word for his right work. How many of you, I want to just ask this question. How many of you are somebody's Florence Scovel Shinn? How many of you are holding space for everybody's wonderment and amazing and beauty and everything? How many of you are speaking the word? I would love to hear it in the comments. And also, you know, if you're not, maybe you're going to start now, and I would love to hear about it. I want you to know each and every one of you matter. I'm praying for each and every one of you, and I can see your best life. I can see you giving your dreams, goals, visions, acts of service, and purposes to the world. And the world is, like right now in Maui, every single thing is needed. Air purifiers, respirators, and masks of every type, hazmat suits, food, water, diapers. It's like $1, even if you donate $1, it helps. So it's like every level, and that's what we are too. We are every level of healer. We are every level of encourager. We are every level of metaphysicians. Like, we can change the temperature in a room. So we're going to continue to do so, and I want to encourage you to do so. You are precious. You are meant to be here right now. And if you're not sure what that is, continue to ask God for the direct lead, spiritual, the universal spirit, infinite spirit. Give me a direct lead, and also try some things out until you feel the fit. So the man called her to speak the word. Let's start speaking good words. Let's not get ourselves into, like, you know, talking shit chats, old-fashioned chats, as she said, right? So I gave him the statement, behold, I have set before thee the open door of destiny, and no man shall shut it. It didn't seem to make much impression, so I inspired to add, and no man shall shut it, for it is nailed back. Boom. You know, Florence Scovel Shinn, you know, she had like that serenity, but that punch, that power punch when she prayed and spoke into people's lives. So the man, oh yeah, I know we all meet her energetically, but wow, would it have been nice to be in a room with her in 1928, which we know we will, yeah, anyway, that's another topic for another time. But anyway, the man was electrified and went out walking on air. Within a few weeks, he was called to a distant city to fill a wonderful position, which came about in a miraculous way. I give another example story. I give another example of a woman who fearlessly followed a hunch. Holy moly, so many of us women have them hunches, right? So, you know, the brain is in the gut. The brain, the gut is so important to the health of our brain. But a lot of times when we feel something, we're all a little different. Some people might feel it in their heart, but a lot of us feel it in our guts. Like as a nurse, a lot of times, especially if you're in the ER, and we want to just, we want to just send major prayers and blessings to our firemen and our nurses and our doctors and all our first responders worldwide, but especially in Maui. You know, we learned in nursing that you would come into a room and you had 10 seconds to decide whether someone would live or die, and you needed to intervene in that way. And so it's so powerful that we can go forward and that no door will be closed unless it is meant to be shut. So the woman, we have that, when we're in that 10-second rule of like deciding that, that's our hunch. We're like, oh, 10 seconds, my gosh, their airway needs to be secured. Their circulation needs to be secured. Are they bleeding from anywhere? Are they talking to me? What's their, you know, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, the woman, I give another example of a woman who fearlessly followed a hunch, right? No door was shut to her. She was working for a small salary when she read my book, The Game of Life and How to Play It. By the way, just shout out to Renee, Goddess Renee. I want to just give a shout out to you as you transform through all your things. I know you love Florence Scovel Shinn. So The Game of Life and How to Play It. The thought came in a flash to start in business for herself and open a tier room and a candy shop. Ooh, that sounds fun. A tier room, oh, tea room. Oh, sorry. When you put tea and room together fast, it looks like tier room. Okay, take two. The thought came in a flash to start a business for herself and open a tea room and a candy shop. The idea staggered her at first, kind of like starting a YouTube channel, but it persisted. So she boldly went forward and procured a shop and assistant. So these stories are so important. Whether you were reading the parables in the Bible, you're reading the Emerald Tablets, or you're reading, you know, Neville Goddard, these stories sometimes can stick to our heart, to mind, align in our soul and carry us forward because we could see ourselves in this way, right? So I can see myself, and I bet many of you could see yourself in this woman's role. So the idea staggered her at first. Stagger her. But it persisted, so she boldly went forward and procured a shop and assistance. And you know, sometimes when you're boldly going forward, you know, people come to support you, like you all, and like Brian Scott, and like Benzie Darling with Bram My Tube, and other wonderful people like Goddess Renee and Bree Seeley, and the other Bree with the short skirt and the long jacket. I mean, the support just will come. So make your bold moves. So she spoke the word for supply, for she did not have money to back her enterprise. Yes, bold. And it came in miraculous ways, and the shop opened. Ah, yes, miraculous ways. From the first day, it was filled with people. And now it is, what is it? Crammed, jammed. They stand in the line and wait. Do you remember when you were a little kid, like, you remember your first time at a candy shop? I remember on the island of Oahu, in the Makiki district, there was this old school. It was like, we call it crack seed, where we have like the different types of crack seed from China and, you know, Hawaiian Islands. It's influenced by China, but it's like different types of plums with lihi moi, and then there was like the necklace of candy that you could eat. There was all kinds of like lollipops. I just remember you would just see kids lined up around the block and behaving their very best usually, or if they get kicked out of the store, and if they got kicked out, they couldn't come back. So there was like a level of, you know, pretty good behavior, like excited kids. I remember that, just that first time I ever had candy, and how exciting was that. So when I think about this, you look at her store being crammed and jammed, and they stand in line to wait. So That's how our businesses are going to be too. So if you can think back to a memory, maybe like what I just did, your first time in a candy shop, use the energy of that to be momentum in your business or your visions or your goals, your dreams, your acts of service, your purpose, whatever it is. Throw down to go up, go out, to get in. We're doing this. So one day, being a holiday, her assistants became gloomy and said they could not expect to do much business. My student, however, replied that God was her supply and every day was a good day. In the afternoon, an old friend came in to see the shop and bought a 2-pound box of candy. Do you remember those big boxes of Hershey Kisses? I think it was like a pound or 5 pounds or something. Oh my gosh, those are so amazing. So anyway, they bought 2 pounds of a box of candy. He gave her a check, and when she looked at it, she found it was for $100. So it was at $100 in 1928. Think about how, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's amazing now, but just, whew, that's amazing. Just put into context how excited we can be. So it was indeed a good day. $100 for a box of candy. She says every morning she enters the shop with wonder and gives thanks that she had the fearless faith that wins. Now, I know you have the fearless faith that wins too. I would love to hear in the comments, what are you fearlessly and faithfully walking towards to win? What is it? Are you working with animals? Are you networking with people in Maui maybe? Are you networking with people in Oahu? Are you networking with people in Ukraine? Or maybe you just plant like flowers in your neighborhood or food in your neighborhood for everybody to share. Like, I would just love to hear all the wonderful ways that you are. So, affirmations. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is exciting. Okay, so, this is some good stuff. Okay, so here we go. The decks are now cleared for divine action, and my own comes to me under grace in a magical way. Okay, so while we are doing these affirmations, every time it's like as I speak, you know, Maui is really in my heart. Maui, Oahu, in the Big Island, and Ni'ihau, Koho'olawe, Lanai, and Loihi, and the whole 9 yards. But anyway, as we speak these affirmations, let us be lifting Maui up and see the decks being cleared. Like, so they're working right now on trying to figure out how to clean this up before a rain comes and washes it out into the ocean, poisoning and killing and affecting our reef, fish, whales, all. Like, we have, it's, you know, and I've already in my life growing up here, I've seen so much of the ocean. There's things that I did as a kid that you can't do anymore. The reef is gone, the fish are gone. So they are working on ways to clean up, you know, but they, you know, have to look, they're looking for many family members. So we're mourning in that sense. But as we do this, let's try to see the decks are now cleared for divine action for Maui, Oahu, the Big Island, all the Hawaiian Islands, anywhere that's in your heart, Ukraine, Haiti, wherever you're feeling it, like it just even the whole world, right? The decks are now cleared for divine action, and my own comes to me under grace and in a magical way. Okay, let's do that again. The decks are now clear for divine action, and my own comes to me under grace and in a magical way. And when your own blessings do come to you in a grace, in a magical way, you are able to multiply that by 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. Each and every one of you matters. So please dig into this heart and mind aligned with our Creator, because we can do great things wherever we are. Okay, I now let go of worn out conditions and worn out things. Divine order is established in my mind, body, and affairs. Behold, I make all things new. Okay, hold that special place in your heart. Hold it, that vision for yourself too. Here we go. I now let go of worn out conditions and worn out things. Divine order is established in my mind, body, and affairs. Behold, I make all things new. Okay, let's, one more time. Here we go, here we go. I now let go of worn out conditions and worn out things. Divine order is established in my mind, body, and affairs. Behold, I make all things new. Okay, ready? The next one. Claim these things for yourself too. Like as you're going through these videos with me, claim these for yourself, whichever ones resonate. Lift yourself up too. We need, like every single one of you is so needed. It's like each and every one of you matter. We're a part to a puzzle. So if you're trying to do a puzzle and that one piece is missing, doesn't that irritate you? Like you have to have the pieces of the puzzle to get the whole picture. So every one of us. So here we go. My seeming impossible good now comes to pass. The unexpected now happens. Now. My seeming impossible good now comes to pass. The unexpected now happens. Our seemingly impossible good now comes to pass. The unexpected now happens. So as you guys know, I'm going to be making a meditation on this. All right. Thank you, Benzie, darling, for teaching me as I'm learning. I'm working through it, and I appreciate your mentorship and brand my tube team. Okay, ready? Next one. Oh, the angels are here. Do you hear them? They're always here, but like they're like, ah! They're cheering us on. So be uplifted. You know, do what you need to do, mourn and go through everything and reach out for help, but also just know, man, you're so needed on the earth right now. The 4 seasons of success now blow to me, my own. From north, south, east, west comes my endless good. Here we go. The 4 winds of success, the 4 winds, like forbidden knowledge, the 4 winds of success now blow to me, my own. From north, south, east, west comes my endless good, our endless good. Let's claim that again for Maui and for the world and for everyone. The 4 winds of success now blow to me, my own. From north, south, east, west comes our endless good. Okay, here we go. Another one. Resurrect the Christ in us. The Christ in me is risen. I now fulfill my destiny. Now. The Christ in me is risen. I now fulfill my destiny. The Christ in me, in us, is risen. We now fulfill our destinies. Endless good now comes to me in endless ways. Endless good now comes to us in endless ways. Endless good now comes to us in endless ways. Endless ways. Okay, here, so imagine this one, clapping your cymbals, right? I clap my cymbals and rejoice, for Jehovah goes before me, making clear, easy, and successful my way, our way. I clap my cymbals and rejoice, for Jehovah goes before me, making clear, easy, and successful my way, our way. I clap my cymbals and rejoice, for Jehovah goes before me, making clear, easy, and successful my way. Okay, here we go. We're knocking it out of the park here. I give thanks for my whirlwind success. I sweep all before me, for I work with the Spirit and follow the divine plan of my life. Oh, booyah! There's just going to be ones that hit you. Whew! All of us. I give thanks for my whirlwind success. I sweep all before me, for I work with the Spirit and I follow the divine plan for my life, our lives. Whew! 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 Okay. Ready? We give thanks for our whirlwind success. We sweep all before us, for we work with the Spirit, and we follow the divine plan for our lives. So many that is speaking into your life. Your whirlwind success helps everyone. So if you're in Maui, it's helping everyone. If you're in Oahu, it's helping everyone. If you're in the Big Island, it's helping everyone. And if you're in the mainland, it's helping everyone. And if you're in Europe, it's helping everyone. Yes. We are meant to succeed so that we can go forward and pay it forward. It's not to hoard, it's to give. Okay, be inspired. Give your acts of service. Give your purpose. Your dreams, your goals, your visions, they matter. People need to be a part of these, your dreams, goals, visions, purposes, and acts of service. Okay, here we go. The spiritual sporting blood is up. I am more than equal to this situation. Whew. Here we go. My spiritual sporting blood is up. She's inspired. I am more than equal to this situation. Holy cow. Wow. Our spiritual sporting blood is up. I am more than equal to that situation. So we just speak into people with the blood things. Your spiritual blood is up, and you are more than equal to the situation. You know who you are. You all know. Yep. The power and the life is in the blood. So we are just praying into your blood. The spiritual blood is up. So you are more than equal to the situation. Many of you are receiving that. Whatever is going on in your blood, it's healed. If you receive it and you can walk in faith, it is yours. So take it. That's a healing for many people hearing this. Your spiritual blood is up, and you are more than enough and more than equal to the situation. Just walk forward in that healing. Whew. I am awake to my good and gather in the harvest of endless opportunities. That's right. I am awake to my good and gather in the harvest of endless opportunities. Right? So if we are awake to our good, that's what's going to make us be able to see and gather the harvest of endless opportunities. If we are not awake to our good and we are in this, negative vibration, energy, frequency, vibration, you're not going to be able to see the opportunities. Now, I'm not scolding anybody. I'm not saying anything, including myself. You can get hit by life, but it's important to get back up on that horse. So I am awake. We are awake to our good, and we gather in the harvest of endless opportunities. Okay, we are doing this. All right. I am harmonious, poised, and magnetic. I now draw to myself my own. My power is God's power, and it is irresistible. Ooh, I like that one too. Booyah! Okay, here we go. I am harmonious, poised, and magnetic. I now draw to myself my own. My power is God's power and is irresistible. I am harmonious, poised, and magnetic. I now draw to myself my own. My power is God's power and is irresistible. Yep, you're irresistible. Add that on to beautiful, beloved, amazing, wonderful, lovely. You all that. That's right. So claim it, stand in it, walk in faith. Your healing is done. All right, here we go. We're going to do two more. Divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. I see clearly and act quickly, and my greatest expectations come to pass in a miraculous way. That's right. The things going on out here in Hawaii, they are going to be resolved and come to pass in miraculous ways. And like they talk in the Spider-Man movies, the canon event. Don't focus so much on, getting tied up, in pendulums and things. Just try to find your way. It's hard sometimes. You get hit with things and you can lose your foot, but that's when your circle is so important, who you lean in, who you talk to, who supports you, right? And then ultimately your relationship with Creator. You want to get in that silence, and the Creator will get you back on that horse. So we want to have this divine order in all ways, because there's miraculous ways. As the canon event, it hits on the Spider-Man and multiple realities happen, right? The one where you do this, or the one thing where you do nothing, or the one thing you do this other thing, right? See that we have the ability to choose how we're going to create and where we're going. We already know in one of the realities and dimensions that Maui has already rebuilt, and all the Hawaiian people are back on their land and farming taro and all the wonderful things, the foods, the fish, taking care of, everything, right? We know in a reality that is so. So let's continue to walk in faith. So divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. I see clearly and act quickly, and my greatest expectations come to pass in a miraculous way. One more time. Divine order is now established in my mind, body, and affairs. I see clearly, act quickly, and my greatest expectations come to pass in a miraculous way. We are calling on so many miracles from Maui, right? So we're going to hold this space for Maui. We're going to hold the space for Oahu. We're going to hold the space for the whole Hawaiian Islands, and miraculous things will come to pass. And thank you to continue supporting us. So there is no competition on the spiritual plane. This is our last one. What is rightfully mine is given to me under grace. Ooh, that's powerful. You can feel the different vibrations in these affirmations. I really felt that one, like ground. There is no competition on the spiritual plane. What is rightfully mine is given me under grace. There is no competition on the spiritual plane. What is rightfully mine is given me under grace. And so I just feel under grace to have this time with you. I want to just thank you so much for supporting my channel, and for just everything you're doing for everything in the world, and just especially holding Maui in your heart and mind aligned. Just holding the children, holding the kapuna, holding the multiple generations of Hawaiians, holding the locals, holding the land, the water, the fire, and the air. Just holding this space for miraculous things to come to pass, for divine order to come to pass, for your whirlwind success, for the whirlwind success for Maui. I know it's so difficult where we are, but without vision we perish. So we want to continue to hold Maui up as Maui works through everything, as Oahu continues to work through everything. So I want to just thank you so much for joining me. Follow me, subscribe, like, and please leave your positive comments. What affirmations sort of hit you? Maybe a few of them hit you. A couple of them hit me in a way. I love them all, but every now and then one really speaks into my life. More than one, actually. But I'd love to hear how it was for you. So thank you so much for joining me. Just remember, under grace, so many wonderful things are coming to us in miraculous ways. We're going to be able to assist Maui in mourning, loving them, compassion, healing, recovery, restoration of lands the way the Hawaiians and the see fit, the way the Hawaiians see, according to our culture. So thank you so much for joining me. I really am grateful for you. And in the meantime, I'm praying for each and every one of you, and may you be in and at peace.